Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 11 Week 9 Day 4. So today we got ourselves the Slayer class event, so pretty much just some free 25 gems. As far as Slayer class itself, it's used primarily in triple damage burning teams. It is noteworthy and that is the only hero class with the triple damage burning, or actually any hero class in general, that has Enrage when it gets a kill. This is very useful because it also gets Enrage whenever it does an extra turn, which some other hero classes have, but they don't have the Enrage on kill. And in combination with triple damage to burning, it can basically one-shot a lot of things that other triple damage burners can't, due to having the combination of perpetual Enrage while also having 3 times damage, which do stack for 4.5 times damage while also ignoring all traits. Also, apparently, they still have the Halloween things. We'll be getting a free one on Halloween itself. Aside from that, of course, we do have the Halloween event going on. Might as well start with that. I'm saving all my points right now for the good old witch armor, which, haha, get it. Which we will be getting on, I think 3 days from now, if I did the math right, 3 or 4 days. Because we're going to do the 50 gem each one of those days. And yeah, you can get all the rewards for a bit under 1,000 gems, which is pretty nice. I was expecting this event to be a lot greedier, and I was very surprised by it not being so. Because this event's honestly pretty reasonable as far as the ratio of everything. Like for a bit under 1,000 gems, you get all the new stuff maxed. Honestly, not that bad at all, given the rate of gems within the game. Let's just hope they never nerf gem rate. But anyways, guys, hope you guys been doing well. Hello. Oh, definitely got to click the up button before I misclick it. Hello. Let me start from the top. Hello, Roman. Hello, Bill. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Gimli. Hello, Lester. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Bill. Hello, Draco. Hello, everyone else. Welcome. What battle should we take? You could just take the lowest level. You could also just take whichever one's the easiest composition. The only problem is, similar to PvP, you can only see one of the 4 troops if you're doing it based on that. And while it is the same compositions each time in regard to that, you also have to just keep track of it. So I've kind of just not been. But yeah, you can either do it based on lowest level, because they all give the same loot anyways, or based on weakest composition. But you can't like fully check what the composition is, so you can't quite do it that way. So I've kind of just been going to just click on lowest level. The lowest level doesn't make too big a difference. Like right here, 4 lower levels isn't going to make that big a difference. Or between like the 64 and 65, that's going to make like literally no difference. Like maybe 1 stat here or there. You got the kitty max? Nice. Yeah, I'm going to be getting my current pathing for it is we got the 1 copy to troop, so we can mess around with it. Still haven't covered a team video specifically on it, but we will soon TM. Same as the Mythic. But yeah, I went for that first, just so we could mess around with the troop. Then I'm going for the armor, so we have it before Halloween. Then I'll probably max the kitty, and I'll go for the power orb blast. And if we have some spare, we'll probably get the purple pet food first, and then work on the trait stones. But the trait stones aren't really needed this late in the game, obviously. But honestly, the pet food's not that bad at all. It comes out to a ratio of about 1 to 2 gems per purple pet food. That is ridiculously cheap compared to alternative methods of getting pet food. If you happen to be low, or like none on pet food, that is a super cheap way to convert gems to food. Because if you compare it to, let's say, like a Wednesday event, or, you know, just whenever a pet is active, the amount of gems you'd have to spend to get an equivalent amount of pet food is actually in the thousands. Like, literally in the thousands. So to be able to get 105 of a pure color food for what is effectively roughly 150-ish gems, give or take a little, is honestly not that bad at all. It's actually the cheapest pet food has ever been available for. Unfortunately, you can only buy the bundle once, and just enough purple food to get the pet maxed, of course. But it is actually still a pretty good ratio. The other one, not as much, because it's basically just saving you a major orange orb or a small orange orb. Of course, those are so common these days that a couple 100 gems for that isn't as good a deal. But for the pet food, it's honestly not that bad if you're short on it. Though I'm at a point where I'm like at an infinite pet food. Maybe not of each color individually, but as far as like white pet food, we have more white pet food than we ever could know what to do with. I think our white pet food stack right now is at, I want to say 14,000, 15,000? And it'd be even higher if I actually took pet battles. Because I just happen to not to, because we have so much food. Because if we are going to... Actually, I might as well max these. Why are these not maxed? I might as well do it right now. But if we were to go and... Oh, we're actually going to run out of purple. That's funny. Well, speaking of needing purple, if you're low on purple... But yeah, we're at like 12,000 white pet food. We're pretty much never running out. It's over 9,000. Anyways, while we're here, I'm already in the tab. I might as well go to upgradable and get these last few upgraded. Wait, how do I have a copy? Wait, when did we get one copy of Carmina's kitty? Wait. When did this happen? Hold up. Does anyone know when we got one free copy of Carmina's kitty? Am I going crazy? I'm pretty sure we have not had anything that would give us one copy. Did they just give one copy to everyone because they realized they only put 30 in the bundle? When did that happen? Where did this kitty come from? Wait. Where did this stray cat come from? It was in our mail? Wait, did I claim it? Where? I guess I claimed all earlier? Wait, where's the mail that had the kitty? Where's my kitty mail? There it is. Oh, hold up. Oh! Yeah, there it is. The Halloween... Wait. Oh, so they finally have the other calendar going? Yeah, there it is. That's why. Yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is where I said they'd probably put the other copy. Is on the little calendar thingy thing. Because they always have one of these. And yeah, that's where the one copy came from. I didn't notice because it was in login. I just spam clicked through the login thingy. But yeah, that's where it came from. Though the rest of the rewards are pretty pitiful. Also, why verse 4? Give us verse 2. Why not just one of each of the verses? That would have been better. But, yeah, we got a free kitty there. Okay, that's where the other copy came from. Which means that other one's probably just trade stones then, as it normally is. Because this is normally, what, 25 gems with, like, some stacks of those other trade stones? Not much. So look at how little purple pet food here. To put into perspective how much 105 purple pet food is, this bundle is trying to be sold with only 15. And in the event, you can get 105 for like 100 gems, or about 100 to 200. Depends how you look at it, depends how deep you are. But you can say like 150 gems, because it's probably like a 50 and then like a 50-100 bundle kind of situation. But yeah, it's super cheap compared to other means of getting it. Anyways, let's keep doing our battles. Of which there's only one remaining. Let's go for the 69 one. Yep, look, good thing we got our other copy, so that will be enough to guarantee max the pet then. Which we kind of knew that was likely going to happen, though there wasn't any confirmation on it, but there it is for sure. But that tends to happen most events anyways, or most holiday events. Oh, so hello Marcelo, welcome. Guess what, you got the 6 elemental dragon, congrats. Very, very nice. And you did it with only 2 perfect dungeons. Nice. Yeah, I'm still only at 1. It cost you 19,000 gems. Oh, gosh. Though, honestly, that's kind of towards the cheaper side. I don't even want to know what the cost will be by the time I finish. It's one of the reasons I kind of stopped spending gems on... Oh, I'm still getting the gems. The daily ones. But, like, I don't want to keep rolling for eggs. Out of concern of how bad it could go over. Speaking of which, let's actually go to dungeons now since we're kind of talking about them. Let's get our Dragonite. And let's go test our luck. Boom. Oh, wow, well then, that didn't take long. Ooh, the annoying silence. I gotta actually change my team. I gotta be like that. Kakarot raids I need for this weekend. Task coverage I don't need. Because that we only need it for Monday. Okay, let's go bring out the Orpheus. That's not how you spell Orpheus. That's also not how you spell Orpheus enough to make it show up. There we go. Okay, so I got an Orpheus. I guess just in case of Beatrix, because we're not stunned. And then we'll just go 1 kill option. I don't know, what do we want to kill with today? Zugoff? Because I almost want to go like throw Zugoff. Is there a really good mana accumulator that has Impervious? Oh, you know what? Angry Mob. I need to remember that one more often, having immune to silence. Because in this really rare circumstance, it's actually very useful. Yeah, that's our team. And we go double red, purple. And we minus something like green is fine. Which is something you normally wouldn't do to a Beatrix, but in the context of this team, it's actually perfectly fine. And that's the build. It doesn't matter what class we have because we're not using a hero class. Hey, what do we need here? Let's go take the red over. I did not pay any attention to Mercy. Luckily, it did not backfire in any way, shape, or form. So we're cleansed on everything. I just need mana now. And now we go win. Unfortunately, we are blocking it on red, but it's not too big a deal. Yeah, we'll kill it a Beatrix. I probably should have done that earlier. I think that was already enough damage because there was only one target left. Concentrating all the split damage on one. But yeah, Silence is definitely one of the most annoying effects to deal with. Like, there's ways to get around it, but it's still annoying. Even with like a super hard counter team. Because you have to waste some slots just to counter it quickly. Why did he not take the yellow? I'll take it then. Click the win buttons. And first things first, let me get rid of the shielder. He actually hasn't hit a single shield this entire time, which is good for us. But I want to do it before he tries to. We'll throw it on a Beatrix, because why not? That's not enough damage to poke, so we'll go for Zugov, and it's dead. One more. That will clear our dungeons for today. And I'll worry about Slayer class event, which is only for 25 gems, but you know, it adds up. If nothing else, that 25 gems is half the cost of one of those little daily thingies to get all the Halloween stuff. So it covers that for like 10 minutes of just doing the event. You know, I'm just gonna take a skull because we got red mana there anyways. And then we Zugov him and that's match. I did it that way in case we got frozen on him. Because he would have ended our turn in case that wasn't enough damage. Alright, there we go. Good to go. And here's the orbs we got for upgrading our pets earlier. Unfortunately, double greens! But a handful of gems with them as well. Oh, what do we have on adventure board today? Only a gem key, but it's still 10 gems saved, technically 9. We'll go like a Phoenicia build. Clear this out, and I'll worry about Slayer class. We also need to worry about World Event, as I do want to go and finish that out tonight. Because combined with the rest of the guild score, that should make it so by tomorrow we will have it done. You got a perfect off of 245 today? Nice. I haven't seen a perfect since that one time we got it off stream. We still technically have not perfected a single time on stream. It will happen. Because our one and only perfect was off stream. It's like as if it never happened. It was recorded though. But it was off stream. It was one of those few nights that one week where we didn't stream because our connection was weird from the hurricane. Speaking of which, people are actually chopping down that tree tomorrow. So I mentioned there wasn't that much hurricane damage, other than like the internet thing, but one thing that we are getting done, due to the hurricane that happened recently, is one of the trees are a little bit wobbly in the backyard, so we're getting it professionally cut down, and they're doing that tomorrow morning. So I'll finally have that out of the way. Okay, he's not submerged anymore. But they're going to be doing that almost all day. I think they said they were going to be here for like 6 hours or something. Which seems like a lot of time to cut down a tree. But I've never cut down a tree, so I wouldn't know. But 6 hours seems like a lot of time. Now, let's go do this event. So we already have this team saved for a Monday, when we did the team's video going over everything. You can copy-paste it from there, though there's not much to copy-paste. It is Dawnbringer with triple gem hammer. You can switch out hero class. Main reason I have Slayer here is for the Monday task coverage. But you can still run Slayer if you want to run Slayer for it. However, of course, the many arsenals of half mana starts are also pretty good in this situation. So I'm going to go with Frost Mage, I think, here. That's for slightly extra speed there. Not much, but adds up. You can also, oddly enough, run 4 gem hammers if you really want to for this event. I would not advise it, but it is possible to end up doing it that way. It's really funny because you can just spam the ability. For the most part, getting that AoE is going to be a bit quicker, though. But 4 Gem Hammer does have the Empower. One thing nice about doing it this way, though, is in that one battle where there's a Revive, which I think we have this week, I actually wasn't looking. But if we do have it this week, it's really good at clearing out the Revive, so you don't have to end up dealing with it. Because as soon as it revives, you have 3 troops to go spam at it, which will ideally kill it. Yeah, we do have it. It's the Garnock battle. Because that Garnock battle has a 100% chance to revive Drake if you don't stun it. And Gemhammer can just pile on all the damage onto the revived unit after your Dawnbringer clears everything out. Did I hear anything more about the police incident? I have actually not looked any up since it has occurred, though I'm pretty sure there's more info that's been out. For one thing, I peeked at because I still had it open on Google. I did see that they had the mugshot of him, though I didn't actually read into the rest. Yeah, everything with that seems like it's situated now. Yeah, I did not actually catch up on all the info, all the intel. Let's see, what do we need here? We don't have a cascade for there. I almost just want to spam Gemhammer. At this point, we already got the win condition for it. Did they tie up the hostage? Probably not. Oh, what do we need here? Take the green over there. I need a yellow. Actually, which one do we have more plus on right now? I didn't even bother checking. I believe we're double yellow red right now. Actually, we're double yellow red and yellow. So we're +2 red +1. Oh, sorry, we're +2 yellow +1 red +1 blue. Minus purple that we don't use. So it's 2 red, 1 1 on the colors. Or sorry, it's 2 yellow, 1 1. I mean. Yeah, crazy stuff happens sometimes. There's probably a lot of really crazy incidents in the area that almost like never get reported. Because I know this area tries to keep a lot of it on the wraps, just so it doesn't affect tourism. What is this? This should be our 3rd set. Which means we need to find 2 more Valravens. Also, why not the code after we cleared this out? I'll probably head over to Invasions and probably just grind a little. As oddly enough, other than the Halloween event, we don't have like a... Well, we don't really have like a super grind thing this week. Like, we have raids going on tomorrow, specifically Kakarot raids. We showed the team forward on the team's video thingy. But aside from that, that's the only thing we have going on this week. Other than the wrap-up of the, or, you know, more progress on the Halloween event. Which, while I like the payout for the Halloween event, the actual gameplay of it is pretty much non-existent. Like, the loot for it's actually insanely good. Like, the ratio of loot that you get relative to gems spent. As well as how much loot you get just for free, if you want to go, like, fully free route. Though, technically, gems are free, too. But, like, the ratio of the loot's really good. But there isn't much to do. You just, like, one-shot a couple things, or a couple-shot a couple things. And then you get your loot. It's not much to partake in. But at least it's a reasonably priced gem experience. Because if they set it up like that and it costs like thousands of gems, then that would have been concerning. Because that was my biggest concern. It's like, oh, Power Orb, that's going to be like 2,000-3,000 gems. But no, they actually did it pretty reasonably. I guess they too realized the lack of value that Power Orb has these days. Also, why did I do that? I should have run down to AoE first. Because it took a bunch of mana when we already had full mana. It happens. Oh, also, I don't think I mentioned it this stream. I mentioned the earlier stream that we did today when we were just messing with some of the Fall Guys Halloween event thingy. But we're going to be streaming Bayonetta 3 tonight. It launches in my area in 4 hours from now. I'll technically say less than 4 hours. But yeah, I'll be streaming that tonight probably for about 8 hours. I definitely have to stop before 9 because I want to be off by the time the tree people get here because they're probably going to be pretty noisy. So I do want to be off by then. But yeah, I'll be doing that for probably next few nights. Probably next few nights we'll do midnight after dark streams. And I definitely mean that because I'm pretty sure the game is like 18 plus. Like it's not adults only, but it's rated M. Let's see. I'll take that one over. Which actually would be the first and only rated M, well obviously if it's first, rated M game we'd ever play on the channel. As well as the first of the Bayonettas I ever bothered playing. I've heard a lot about it, I've just never bothered getting around to playing any of them and figured I would for this one. It'll be our Halloween themed game for the year. She is kind of a witch. She's basically a witch. What game is that? It's basically an action combat game? I'm not sure exactly how you would describe it. It's very action-based, which is a genre I generally don't play. But it's basically a very hot witch beating up a bunch of things with demons and very elaborate weapons. Let's see. We'll take that one over. It's probably the most risque game Nintendo releases. It's probably the furthest anything with Nintendo's name would ever publish under before it went too far. This is a Nintendo-only game. Oh, so I'm actually surprised. It says rated as high as Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Which I find kind of strange because I'm pretty sure Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is better. But who knows? I haven't played it yet. Let's see. We'll take that over. Oh, it's a drastically different game, that's for sure. What do we need here? Take that one over. You still have a use for power orbs. Haven't crafted Enraged Carindare. True. That is one nice thing about them adding more power orbs into the game. Anyone who hasn't gotten Zugoff yet, or haven't crafted the Enraged Carindare, or hasn't gotten their second Zugoff if they want a second one, will become increasingly easier. Because it seems like they're going to have one probably every single holiday event, because it's an achievement, which implies that pretty much every holiday event will have a power orb available. Which is actually kind of insane if you think about it. Because even if they just do the basic holidays, that's going to be like 5 to 6 power orbs a year, approximately. It depends what holidays they end up doing it for. But, that's a lot of power orbs relative to the fact that we were getting 0 under such a system in every previous year. So I'm not sure if they have a plan for what they're going to be doing with power orbs, or if power orbs are just worthless now. Not really sure what the whole ordeal is with that. But, yeah, it's kind of strange. If you break it down per year, that's like a whole Zugoff per year. Almost. And you'd be able to do that for under several thousand gems. And theoretically, if you didn't care about the other loot, though you probably would, but if you didn't care about the other loot, it is actually possible to get the power orb every event for free. You get enough score in every event that if you did not buy anything and just went straight for the power orb, you could go for the power orb without spending a single gem. I wouldn't advise doing that because the other loot's probably more desirable than the power orb, oddly enough. But it is actually possible without spending a single gem to get the power orb every time, if you didn't care about the other loot. In most situations, the other loot would probably be more relevant, especially the armor, because we don't know exactly what's happening with the armors. It might be the only time you could ever get it. Or at least the only time you could get it without spending money. Because you know next Halloween, like, the armor will probably return, but it'll be like, hey, give us $10 if you want this armor. You know, like what's going to happen next year? Like you know what's going to happen. The exact thing that's going to happen to this armor, because we kind of already know, even though we don't know, we kind of already know. Like right now, you can get this armor for free from this event. You know, just by putting some, getting these points in, you know, getting it. Boom. But what they're going to do next year, right here, $10 bundle. Here's like 500 gems, witch's armor, and maybe something else. Maybe just the witch's armor and 500 gems. Boom. $10. You know what's going to happen. Like, there's like a 90-something% chance that's going to happen next year. So I would advise getting it now. Because it might be the only way to get it for free. Knowing how they kind of do some of the things within the game. Anyways. Okay, so we have done that. Let me go hand out a code and go finish up Ward Event then. Because I believe after we put in our points, we are pretty much done. Also, speaking about done, oh no, Kafka, where are you? This is my second to last code. We only have one more code for tomorrow night, and then we're out of codes. She still has not gotten back to me. Oh, is Genki here right now? I don't think she is. I know she was here earlier, oddly enough. And by earlier, I mean, earlier today's stream for a little bit. But, yeah, I still have not gotten contacted by Kafka. She's been gone for 27 days. Not sure where she is. But I only have one more code left, and that's for tomorrow night. And then we're out of codes until we hear back from any developer that's capable of giving us codes. But anyways, there's the code. Enjoy it. Because we might only have one more tomorrow night, and might not have some for a little while. Though hopefully we'll get some more Sunday night. Because that's generally when she replies back if she's going to. Though she hasn't in weeks, so time will tell. Anyways, let's go to the Ward Event. Get our last little bit of progress there. Because by the time we log on tomorrow night, the guild's probably going to be done. Because we're pretty much already there now. So we're almost in dead last. Let's go do our fights. And scoring's pretty easy this week. Just don't take Night Hag. Also, we have switched over to Mang build. I actually showed a pretty similar team to this for the cheaper team, oddly enough. Actually, it might have been this exact team now that I think about it. I think I tweaked slightly something on it. It might just be the exact team I mentioned in the video. But it's basically the Mang build of the Skull Spam. Where we're using a Mang just to get into kill range, spamming our Skull Spam, and then winning. Pretty much the whole strategy. Just throw down a poke, throw down a billion skulls, win. Oh, did she hear from Kafka? I haven't heard from Kafka. Maybe she contacted her somewhere that wasn't Discord. Because so far I only poked her on Discord. I should go poke her again then. I'll keep poking till we get more codes. Because I'll have a code for tomorrow night and then we're out. So we hear back from her. Luckily that shouldn't be too long of a duration, but hopefully we hear back soon. Because that'd be unfortunate if we don't have any to hand out for Halloween or for our birthday, because our birthday's on the 4th. Let's see, we'll take that one over. I checked Discord earlier and I did see a message from her. And that was earlier this morning. Actually, even later today, because after the other stream I checked Discord and I still didn't see anything from her. And that would have been around 4 p.m. And that time is like 4 hours ago. I'm saying a time as if everyone has the same time zone. But I checked like 4 hours ago and she still hasn't messaged us. Did you change your Halloween event team, or is the old one still good enough? I'm still using the very cheap one. Though I am probably going to be switching to Zugoff or something similar soon. Or to Double Tesla. Oh, actually, I can't run Double Tesla. That's pure purple. But I'm probably going to go switch to a purple Zugoff build soon. But for now, I'm still running the super cheap one I mentioned in the video. It doesn't two-shot anymore, though. We've reached the point where it requires 3 hits. Aside from that, it's still working. Have I thrown a Mang yet? Yeah, I have. Okay, we just need to do Skull Spam and hope it doesn't miss. Problem with that. We didn't do the not missing part. Gosh, we're actually starting to get deep enough that I almost want to run Earth's Fury. For situations like this that start to turn bad. Oh no, I was hoping for extra turn from Sky. These situations like this are slightly awkward. Because our Skull Spam that we do backfires almost more than it's helping us. Because the enemy's starting to get more value from our skulls than we are. Which is very problematic in modes like this. The main solution is just take more barrier on Brown. And just play the Skull Spam a bit safer. But his Skull Spam type isn't that particularly safe. Oh, we do not have barrier. So we'll do that. Throw down a Mang. And hope we don't miss. Yay, I didn't miss this time. I don't have a Brown. And she doesn't have over mana, so we'll just take it. She was already going to get it anyways, but now she's definitely going to get it. And we already have the win. Thanks to Enrage. Enrage is so strong on Hero. Because there's so many hero classes that just gain Enrage on extra turn. Will I sing myself happy birthday on our birthday? Probably not. Let's see. That would be funny though. Oh, so that was somewhat a waste. Not sure why I did that. I kind of just like trying to cycle the board. Because I know if I cast right now, we're going to miss. I'm kind of just waiting it out slightly. Oh, so that's one of the things that's good about Slayer. This isn't Slayer right now. But Slayer in that situation would still have Enrage. Whereas something like Titan doesn't have Enrage. Luckily we're still at a range where having Enrage or not doesn't actually matter for us killing. But we're actually going to get deep enough pretty soon where that will actually start to matter, especially because of the score reduction. Never mind, you don't have score reduction, but some of them do have score reduction. Which case it would definitely matter then. Because we only have Enrage when we get the Skull. The problem is I can't switch to Slayer because we don't have Barrier on Brown. Because we very distinctly need that to not die. Oh, did I leave an extra turn there apparently? Sounds like something I would do. Also, almost another level. You know what? We should keep grinding the stream until we get that level. We're actually not that far from it. We might as well go all the way. I don't see why not. Because our goal is still to try to hit, level 1,800 this year. And at this point, since we're about to get that level, we're only 33 away. Big double 3. Which honestly isn't that bad. Because based on how many days are left, there's basically one level every 2 days. Which is definitely very doable. Especially since some of those days we'll be getting multiple levels at once. Particularly next Vault event. Alright, now we're out of battles. Alright, that should be all that we need to do. Because by the time we get on tomorrow night, the guild will probably have the rest of their battles in. And we'll be good to go. Isabel taking the leaderboard. I think she's top 20, or almost around there. 33rd. In a tie with one other person. It's kind of funny. Because it's actually kind of hard to get a tie in that area. Though I guess the scoring kind of allows it a little bit more this season, or this event. Alright, let's go get that level. We're not going to stop until we get it this stream. Should easily be able to. Let's do some Explore 12 first, and then if we want it speedier, we could just do some Dust Devil spam. I don't want to do too much Dust Devil spam, though. Because I prefer saving that for when there's a Vault event. Whereas Explore 12 is a lot nicer for those Mimics. Speaking of which, Mimic counter, where are you at? Mimics. That's not the thing I want. Where's my Mimic counter? There it is. Aha, I found it. Lurking in the shadows. Oh, Lester, what were you referring to? Oh, Analyst, what was your question? Did you change the Halloween event team? Oh, never mind. I already answered that one. You want to actually avoid Arcturian, since Night Hag is worth more points by the time Arcturian is available for the first time. Interesting. I guess that is true, because you would stack up so many more points on Hag. Though we've already done it inversely so much at this point that we might as well just keep avoiding Hag. Lester. We're gonna make it. It's pretty easy to do if we just dedicate a week to it. Because we basically just have to do about 3 levels per day for a week, and we'll be good to go. Because the natural amount that we'd move up would be perfectly fine along the way. And a couple of those days are just going to be during a vault event anyways. I don't know, maybe there'll be something else that we'll be able to grind between then and then. Because we're still getting 2 more patches in Gems of War between the now and the end of the year. We're getting one mid-November for the 8-year anniversary of the game. This patch will also be including the Broken Spire rework that was supposed to come in September that got moved all the way delayed till November for the 8-year anniversary patch. The other thing is the December. There's almost always a mini patch in December, mid-December. When exactly this will end up occurring, like the exact week, we don't really know. But almost always we get one more little mini patch. It normally enables whatever the Christmas event is, as well as sometimes a little bit of quality of life and a few other tweaks here and there. It's normally a pretty small patch, but they always try to get one more right in before the holidays. And that might both either of them bring in content that we can grind a bit. I sure hope so. Because it's slightly unfortunate when we get like a big patch and it's like, oh, there's nothing to do immediately. Always like patches where there's something to do instantly. We haven't really had too many of those this year. The most noteworthy one was probably the Mimic one. Because we're able to go all in on the Mimics and kind of go from there. But that was the closest one we really had to a like immediately infinitely farmable event. Should probably take it out of the skull first, but it's fine. He's just gonna die right here. That's a Logic Slayer. Welcome, welcome. Just auto run play when you're doing other things. I guess I could try incorporating that. I just always felt like autoplay was so slow. You also have to constantly keep clicking it. Like, if you didn't have to keep clicking it so much, I wouldn't mind. Like, I've done that with old school RuneScape a lot in the past when I was playing it some, as well as just RuneScape in general. But not something I do anymore. However, I find it a lot clunkier to do in Gems of War. Because you have to do so many clicks to get it to do the auto kind of thing. Because you have to wait for this loading screen, do a bunch of clicks, and then wait like a minute or two. Then do it all again. Because you have to do a lot of clicks to get there. Like, I'll actually count it right now. Like, it's not like you just do one click, let it just do its thing for a minute or two, and then be on your way, and then do it again. Like, you have to do, like, many, many, many clicks. Like, here it is. Okay, so you have to do the one to end the fight. Actually, let's do it from here. So let's say you were just from here. 1, 2. Actually, I'll test it with this team right now, because this is actually one that should be fine to auto, hopefully. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you wait. I want to count how many clicks this is in between. So I need to get back to that other menu. Also, this is not one meant for doing this mode, but it should be fine. So we have to do 5 clicks. Which hopefully Zugov here, or go for Skull. Okay, went for Zugov, that's fine. So we're at 5 clicks. He's gonna poke us. He'll take the red, right? He did not go for red, though he's probably extra turning here. Now hopefully he goes for Zugov. That is not a Zugov. That is also not a Zugov. Gosh, never use Thrall on a on an AI team. It'll keep hitting that Thrall for all of time. Oh good, he ran out of mana. No, he's gonna flame her for now. Yeah, this one's not meant to be an auto battle team. I just want to see how many clicks it is. I'm about to go finish this battle for it, gosh. I don't want to because I forget exactly when the AI team cuts out. As far as when we have to click again. It should be right here. So far it's 5 clicks. 6. 7. It is 7 clicks. You have to do like 7 clicks every 2 minutes. That's a lot of clicks. Technically, it's every 1 to 2 minutes. Hey, Mimic. Hello, Mimic Counter. Good thing I brought you out. I have a +1 for you. I know, miss. Let's see what we get here. Anything good? Anything good? Oh, only 4 Yasmins. Close to the worst you could even get. Oh well. Let's update our Mimic counter. That brings us to 116. Which brings us to a total of 137 Mimics. Since Mimics have existed back in March, February, whenever it was. So hello, Alistair Soup, welcome. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Will Carmina be in the next event's chest for Darkstone? It should be, yes. Yeah, the next Darkstone event should have her. Though not if that Darkstone event is tomorrow. I mean, next week. It's not a Darkstone event next week, right? Because if it is, then it won't. But any Darkstone event that occurs after should be. But if next week's a Darkstone, no, it isn't. Right? Oh, wait, no, hold up. Yeah, it would have to be this banner. So yeah, the next Darkstone event, she should be in Drop Table. The only reason it wouldn't be is if this event right here was Darkstone, but it looks like it's Nexus based on that. So, yes, then the very next Darkstone event should have her in the event key Drop Table. If you happen to not get any copies of her here. Alternatively, she should also be available in about 4 to 6 weeks in the Glory Gem Guild VIP chest Drop Table. So even if there's not a Darkstone event, you'd still be able to get her then. Though for how cheap she is, and the fact that you can just use 1 blue orb after to max her, I would probably just get 1 copy of her. Or, you know, 1 copy, which is 3 copies technically. But you only have to buy the bundle of 400 once to get her max. Yeah, if you do end up not getting her, it's pretty easy to get her in the future. It's pretty much like any other Legends. Like if you skip the event, you drop people on it 1 week and try to get in the future. Pretty much the same premise. Just 4 to 6 weeks after the fact in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests. Or wait until it's an event keys again. Which would be a Darkstone event. Okay, so Mimics have existed for almost 8 months now then. That doesn't feel like that long. Though in all fairness, it's kind of weird. Because Mimics existing doesn't feel like a long period of time, but it's been 8 months. But Vault events existing, or Nomapaloozas I should say specifically, feel like they've existed for years, but have only existed for about 15 months. Like double that amount of time. So even though it's half the amount of time, it feels like Mimics just happened, and Nomapaloozas have existed forever. Even though they're only separated by like 8 months. Because Nomapalooza was last year's, I want to say July or August? Whereas, as you mentioned, Mimics were early March. Which means the month difference, let's say it was July. Because it might have been really late July. It could have been early August too. Let's say it was like super late July. So that's what? 1, 2... So it's about 8 months. Yeah, 8 months. So it's like an 8 months separation. You looked up the achievement dates, true. The easiest way to probably check it is the Gems of War forum these days. There's actually two locations. Gems of War forum, I mean Gems of War itself, its website, because they actually keep a patch notes archive. So we can see, for example, that Horde Mimic was March 9th, and Nomapalooza was July 14th. But there's also a Gems of War database that has that info. Because I believe they still have a master calendar of every event that has ever occurred throughout the entire history of the game since day one. Actually, even since before day one. Because I think it kept track of some of the mobile stuff that was before it even had a PC version. Which was only like a month or two. Because there was a very short duration of time where this game was a phone exclusive. That amount of time was like 2 months, not even. Because the official start of the game was always considered when it launched on Steam. Like, even the celebration of the anniversary, the 8-year anniversary, is based on the Steam release date. Because the mobile release date would have been like a month or two ago. Like, it would have been like late September, sometime early March, or I mean early October, I mean. But they always celebrate it based on the Steam launch, which is mid-November. I came back to the game after a year of not playing. Nomapalooza is the new concept to you, and you keep forgetting about mimics. Oh yeah, Nomapalooza is insane. If you're a newer player or just trying to catch up, you just like spam farm a couple of Palooza events, and it'll be like you never left the game. It is such an insane amount of loot. Mimics aren't as special. You basically just get a little bit extra loot when you do Explore 12. It's more of an endgame thing that you don't really have to worry about much when progressing through the game. Paloozas are absolutely insane, though. Like, the concept of Nomapalooza in a free-to-play game seems like something that should never exist in modern gaming because of how generous it is. Like, it's probably one of two things that is keeping Gems of War in such a stable state. Is the fact that you get 1 billion gems from Tribute later in the game, and as you're progressing through the game, which has like a really good incentive tie-in to upgrade everything within the game. As well as, like, honestly, the kingdom system is perfect. But, or almost perfect. But the other thing that's just insanely good is Paloozas. It just drowns you in more loot than you could ever know what to do in a relatively short duration of time just from farming some weekend events. Also, I just realized I'm just spamming this location. I should probably chase 20%. Currently just spamming the single sword's edge. Hello, Karkaroff. Oh, you're still on a lower level. Well, let me go fix that. Oh, hello, Imperial. Welcome, welcome. You just came from the vet and your cat has a diaper rash. Oh, no. Was it, like, rubbing its ass against the ground too much? I know that dogs do that. I guess cats do it on occasion. I've never seen cats I've owned ever do that. But I guess cats would also do it. I always saw that more as a dog thing, though. How high will my power orb stack grow? I have no clue. Apparently, they're going to give out like 1 Zugaf per year with how many power orbs are going to come out now. Because let's see, what's every holiday event they generally do? Let's start it from the beginning of the year. They normally do Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day. I'm trying to think about the next one after that would actually get an event like that. I almost want to say, there's actually not many they do within that. Because the ones that they're almost guaranteed going to do one for, especially because of the coloration, is Valentine's Day. It's going to be red, most likely. St. Patrick's Day, green. Huh, I'm actually not sure if they're like, there's a lot of other ones in between, but I'm not sure they would do one. Obviously, Halloween now, which is purple. Christmas, which will be blue. The two colors that did not pop up are yellow and brown. So I'm not sure what other two holidays they would do if they're doing like one of each year. Not sure. There's obviously a billion other holidays in between there. Oh, Easter! Easter's gonna be yellow. And then what would be brown? I guess technically Thanksgiving could be, but that's not celebrated everywhere enough to be one that they'd probably do. I'm trying to think of what holiday would be brown then, because that would cover 5 of them. I forgot to mention Easter, which would likely be yellow then. Because it would make sense they would do at least one per color. Every year. Yeah, there's some pretty cool Christmas armors we could get. There's either 2 ways they could go about it. They're probably going to do something like a Frost Mage armor, or they're going to do a Santa outfit. Santa outfit would obviously be the most generic thing they could do. However, we technically don't have such a cosmetic in Gems of War currently, despite the game being existing for 8 years. Honestly, I can't think of a single game that's been around for 8 years where your character cannot wear a Santa hat. So it's pretty likely they're not going to do a Frost Mage one, and they're probably just going to add a Santa hat or some kind of thing. Like I think there are a few things that technically have like a Santa hat on them, like our pets and stuff like that, as well as like some troops that kind of have like that theme. Like what's that one with the candy cane that came out like in the very first year of the game? That one brown red exploder, I can't remember. He begins with an R. He used to be like the literal meta and is never used again because of how bad he is. Angry Mom's just a superior version of him these days. But like that thing was kind of set up like that. But we don't have any way to wear one on our hero directly. Yeah, Ragnargord. That's the guy. He used to be the literal meta for mana accumulation. That is how far mana accumulation has gone. He was considered a must include on almost every team. And nowadays, you're literally trolling if you put it on your team. It is so bad. Because he was actually the second event. He was the second ever event troop added to the game. The first was Savasi, who had his ability reworked a couple years later, or several years later. I can't remember exactly how long it was. But because he didn't used to have a convert to purple or whatever that thing is. He used to just steal the attack, I believe. Was all he did. But Ragnargord, exactly as he is right now, was the meta when he first came out back in 2014 December. He was considered pretty much the best mana accumulator for almost any team at the time. And nowadays, you would not use him on any team under any circumstance. Unless it was some kind of absurdly weird restriction where he was like one of the only mana accumulators available. Be very rare for that to occur. Though, oddly enough, I think we did have an event for that last year where we did actually bring him back out. There's some weird event where I think it was like Centaur or whatever typing he is. There's some kind of weird event where he was like one of the only good mana accumulators for it. By process of elimination from there not being any other ones. Oh, why'd I do that? I should hit the impervious one. I even know he is impervious because of every single time we ever have to do that faction. He's just really relevant for Iron Gut. Yet I still don't click on him. Oh, that might be why I don't, though. Because I'm so used to running Iron Gut against him that I have a habit of not wanting to click on him because he has immune. But now that we're doing a Zugaf build, I'm not clicking him even though we should be clicking him. Also, I could just went for a skull there, Boa. Also, nothing too shiny in our chest tonight. A couple okay drops. Nothing insane, though. Well, we did find a Mimic, though that Mimic had, like, nothing of value in it at all. Also, I almost forgot, tarot cards can appear in these kingdoms, too. Most of them don't really do much, but they're around. Also, that was kind of weird too. Initially, tarot cards were always getting something that you could craft them into. Now, tarot cards don't do, like, anything. Like, the first several tarot cards, it's like, oh, you need this tarot card to create this. You need this other tarot card to create this, so on and so forth. But now, not a single tarot card has gotten a single purpose. Which is kind of strange, because they were doing such a streak of them all having a purpose of some kind. And then they went to completely purposeless. Obviously, you can still use them as a troop, but most of them are pretty underwhelming in that category. But yeah, I am kind of curious now since they're starting to add armors, if they're going to start adding hero class cosmetics now too. Because that would be really cool if we have a hero class type for every type in the game. We currently have about 8, last I recall. And they could technically add one for every single one in the game. Because the full list that we have right now are, let me see. We have Wargear, Dwarf, Wild Folk, Elf, Orc, Human, Human 2.0, Nagas, Rashka, and that's all of them. But there's like a 30, 40 something other typings that they could add over time. And it's something that they did with their other game, which makes me assume they're maybe going to add it to Gems of War. I just hope it's not too overpriced, but if it comes in through that new event system, it's basically free. Because Dwarf and Lapina were a bit overpriced. I think they were like 10, 20 bucks each. But if you can pretty much get them for free or for several hundred gems during event, that's super cheap. Kind of like how the armor is right now. Maybe like double the cost. Like even if it was 1,000, that's still pretty cheap. You might have to spend like several hundred extra gems, but that's still not any money. Would Construct Hero look like a door? I'm not sure how you would differentiate mech and construct. Because I'm not sure how you would make a Construct Hero. Because you can't make it look too mech, because then it's just a mech. Like, a mech hero is going to be easy. Though, how do you make a Construct Hero? Maybe make it into a golem? You could kind of make it into, like, a mechanical golem. Or not necessarily a mechanical golem, but, like, a golem. These golems are kind of constructs. There's several golems in this game that are under the construct category. Not all of them. A lot of them are giant elemental or just elemental something. Or even just pure elemental. Hello, Dwight! Welcome, welcome. But yeah, construct would be a hard one to do. Because the main thing that would make construct hard is not because making something into a construct-looking hero would be hard, but it'd be hard to make it not look like a mech. Given that there's a mech typing in the game. A late stream join for the win. Well, we're going to be going even later. Well, not this stream, but we're going to be streaming in 3 hours from now, Bayonetta 3. Anyone who wants a super ultra late night stream. Probably be doing it for about 8 hours as well. I would even do it for a little bit longer, but I need to be off by the time the tree people get here tomorrow morning. They're going to make too much noise to bother streaming through. Which also means I probably won't be able to record anything during the day tomorrow, which is going to be annoying. Because I still haven't yet. Hopefully it'll leave like right after dinner time so I can go record some stuff. I just still want to cover the team video and all that. I assume it's not going to take them that long. But I don't know exactly how long a tree takes to be cut down properly. Yeah, we're pretty much going to be up all night. Actually, within the last 24 hours, counting the stream we're about to be doing, we would have streamed for about 13 hours, like more than half the day. Which is rare for us. You're heading to a nap for it? Yeah, I'm probably going to take a little nap too. I need to grab a bite to eat first. I did have dinner earlier, but I'm definitely going to need more food. As well as some caffeine. I don't want to drink caffeine too early though, or else I'm going to crash. But I guess that's a little bit too late because I was having tea with dinner. And that had caffeine in it. Up all night to get lucky. Oh no, maybe. It is a somewhat sexy game. I'm actually not even sure fully to expect. Because I know, like, slightly what Bayonetta is about. Like, generally speaking. However, I have not actually played any of the games. So, I'm not really sure exactly what we're in for. And we'll find out tonight. It's already downloaded and everything. I'm just waiting until I can play it in my region. Because it's region locked for another 3 hours. Oh, so we still haven't hit this level yet. I should probably go spam some Explore Dust Devils. Been looking forward to the stream. Well, we'll be doing it the next few nights. So if you're around or want to catch after the fact. Like the KFC date. Oh yeah, didn't KFC make that really weird dating game? What even was that about? Also, why is KFC trying to get into gaming? Their whole thing is selling chicken. But they also have like a branch of their company that's like getting into gaming for no apparent reason. Yeah, I know my dad used to cut down trees. But I was pretty young when I would watch him do it. Like the whole process of it. Because he used to do everything related to housework. Which include obviously removing trees when they needed to be. Because there's quite a few houses where he did pretty much everything from scratch. Not like literally from scratch. Like there's still foundation and stuff. But it's kind of insane, some of the houses, like before and after that he's worked on. That he did almost all the work himself. But as he got older, he did contract out some of it. But even some of his more recent houses, he still did like a majority of the work. A lot of stuff like roofing and stuff like that he doesn't do anymore, though. And he still does like 80% of it himself, even at like 60-something. Let's see. We'll take that one over. How are you not dead yet? I feel like we did something very wrong this battle. If he's somehow not dead. After this one, I think we're going to Dust Devil spam until we get a level. Because I do want to get that one level. Slowly but surely, we shall reach level 1,800. What's that do we even get at 1,800? Isn't something useless like armor? I always keep forgetting what the higher level ones are. I used to be so good at knowing what most of them were. But then as the levels kept getting slower and slower, I just kind of ignored even keeping track of it anymore. Yeah, my dad's pretty amazing. He's worked on like dozens upon dozens of houses. Oh, another Mimic, nice. Probably our last Mimic we're getting this stream. Like, there was a point where he was doing, like, one house every couple years. Sometimes even quicker than that. Some of them needed less work than others, obviously. Because you normally just got like really run down houses and then like fix them up. Oh, there we go. Okay, that chest, gosh, it's the same chest as before, but this time I get 2 Orpheus on top of it. Literally the same chest as with double Orpheus. Still a slight fail, but 117, there we go. Anyways, let's go Dust Devil until we get a level. Let's go like Cinemirage, Dust Devil spam. Because we're not ending the stream till we get that level. I think we already got enough off Explore 12. Unfortunately, no really good loot, but we got double Mimic. Still some okay stuff in there. Yeah, he flipped a lot of houses. I remember when I was younger, we would move like every couple years because he flipped so many houses. Before I was 18, I have probably lived in, I want to say 15 different houses. So almost 1 different house every year. That doesn't mean we moved every year. But that's about how many different houses I've lived in. What's the best kind of wood? I have no clue, but I'm pretty sure that's a sexual joke. Is how it's going to conclude. Save them for tonight's stream. This actually will be the first stream we ever have to age restrict. I think from YouTube standards, you technically don't have to, but we will be. The only bad thing about doing Dust Devil when it's not a Vault event... Well, there's a plus and a minus. The plus is, since you're not doing as many Nomapaloozas, you're getting a slightly quicker rate. So if the main thing you care about is EXP, you're actually getting slightly quicker EXP. Because you're very consistently getting 6 per minute. Whereas if you're doing Palooza, it's actually closer to about 5 per minute because of all the animations of the gnomes appearing, all 4 of them every single time. Because that actually eats up quite a bit of time relative to how quick the battles are. But the main thing you're losing out on, of course, is like all the verses, all the other various loot that you would get during a Vault event. Is all that we unfortunately don't get while we're doing this. Like, it's still potentially possible we get lucky. But obviously, way less than if it was a Vault event. So much so, I don't think we've seen a single gnome while doing this so far. Whereas if it was a Vault event, we'd already see a few. But they still appear. They're out there, just a way lower frequency. I still can't imagine people who are nearly at level 3000 though. Because there are people like that in Gems of War right now. Because the amount of time you have to do exactly what we're doing right now is very, very, very long if you want to hit something like level 3000. Like, we're talking times in the 5-digit number. We're not even in the, like, 4-digit category anymore. Actually, maybe we are. Like, very high 4-digit. But it might actually starting to get in, like, 5-digit categories of how long you'd have to do exactly what we're doing right now. Which I would not advise. Save it for Vault events. If we need a little bit of grind, we'll do it. Hey, gnomes, they do exist. 5,000 souls, please. Look at that. We're soul farming now. Our XP farming has turned to soul farming. Also, one of the other reasons why running soul farming teams is not relevant anymore. We're not even soul farming. We just got 5,000 souls. Because Fairish Raw teams are still around 50,000 per hour. Like 40, 50,000. Depends on what your bonus. You can even get like 55, 60-ish depending on if you have like the ultra high bonuses. It's like 40 to 60,000 running the double Fairish Raw team in the current state of game. But you compare that to just like getting a couple gnomes during a Vault event in an hour. And like you already got like 20,000 souls in an hour just from doing standard Vault event grind. And even when it's not, like, you can still get, like, 2... Or actually more than that, because you're getting all the fight battle. But you can get, like, 5 to 10,000 souls in an hour just from running Dust Devil like this, even when it's not Vault event. Like, it adds up pretty quick. And obviously it's not the main resource we're hunting for here. But it is a byproduct of it, if nothing else. Also, if anyone's losing on the questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Because once we get this level, we'll probably call it a wrap for now. And then we'll be back in a couple hours to go do Bayonetta 3 at midnight, which is like 3 hours from now. And of course, tomorrow night Gems of War stream will be same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every night. And tomorrow night we'll primarily be doing raids. The raid team's already in the weekly video. If you haven't already seen it, the copy paste for it's there. And it's pretty standard. It's a Kakarot one. We actually have access to Zugoff. Do not click Zugoff on the Zugoff though. You cannot insta-kill the other enemy Zugoff, because it doesn't mean to insta-kill. However, it's mostly for cleaning up the other 3. You throw a Mang at the Zugoff. You throw the Raid Slayer at the boss then, or the Zugoff. And then you just use your own Zugoff to clear out the rest of the team with your hero having all the Mang bonus. So they should mostly be one-shotted, two-shotted. And you simply win that way. And rinse and repeat for the entire event. Should be a pretty straightforward one, as we actually have some pretty good options. Hey! That's what we're looking for! It's kind of funny, because it's not even Vault events. And we went an entire day, actually 2 days. I don't think I got a single verse 2 on all of Saturday and Sunday last weekend when it was a Vault event. And hey, look at that, verse 2. See, they still exist. Their rate's just a bit lower, but they're still out there. That's more than we got in 2 days during a Vault event. Though in all fairness, we weren't really hunting for it too much. We're mostly running Paloozas, but still. More than we got in an entire 2 days last weekend. Though we did get like 5 on Friday, though. But then somehow like 0 on Saturday, Sunday. You got 5 niches from a Horde Mimic? Nice. Oh, that's really rare. That's actually rarer than getting the Mythic itself. I've only had it happen... Wait, did we have it once or twice? I think we actually might have had it twice, now that I think about it. Yeah, didn't we get it a second time? Yeah. We did get it twice. But yeah, we got it 2 times so far. It's really rare. Obviously 10 times and 15 times even rarer. But 5 times on a... or 5 niches on a 5 times chest is rarer than getting the Horde Mimic, as far as the odds of it happening. Also, oddly enough, it can happen simultaneous to a Horde Mimic as well. Not sure if anyone has actually done that before, but it is possible to get both a 5 times Nisha and a Horde Mimic in the same chest. As well as technically 15 Nishas and a Horde Mimic in the same chest, so that's even more unlikely, obviously. That'd be like the ultra perfect chest, which I'm pretty sure no one ever has gotten, nor will ever get, due to the odds of it occurring. But it's theoretically possible to find a 5 times chest that is 15 Nishas and a Horde Mimic in it. Though that is a very small decimal. That will probably almost never happen. Hey, we got a level. There we go. Objective complete. And now it's not gotta get another 33 or so. Actually, exactly 33. Anyways, guys, we're gonna call it here for now. We'll be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow night, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. We'll be mostly messing with raids. As far as the exact raids team, the copy paste for it's on the team's video. But the specific team is this one right here: Mang, Green Slime, Eldritch Guardian, Zugoff. Throw Mang at the Zugoff, or the enemy Zugoff. Throw Eldritch Guardian to go kill that Zugoff, which is a standard boss slayer. You can also get it through the event if you don't already have a copy. Though you can also open it in Glory Gym Guild and VIP chests if you also don't have the copy, though you probably have it laying around. Green Slimes is pretty much one of the only few mana accumulators, so we're doing that to get purple. And then kill Zugoff to kill the other 3 remaining after you do the Mang into Eldritch Guardian to kill out the Zugoff, or the enemy Zugoff. And then you use your own Zugoff into Mang's value to kill out everything else. Barrier Brown and Enrage to kill everything, and you're good to go. That's pretty much all you need for the entire event. Anyways, but yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow night. Aside from that, this night, we'll be doing Bayonetta in like 3 hours, or technically 2.5 hours at this point. As soon as it's available in my region, we'll go stream it. And we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful week, wonderful weekend coming up, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.